Hello, welcome back to your playthrough of Exile 2 Coastal Souls. Last time we did a few things. In particular, we got royal clearance by completing that mission in Dolmen, which is pretty cool. So it's good to get that done. Was able to mark it off the list. And with royal clearance, we were able to speak to King Micah. He essentially gave us some information, and we spoke to the court wizard Roan. So we have new quests. There's 3 forts to the southwest of Exile near Fort Remote. So we need to do that. And in this particular episode, I want to head back up to the town of Solberg. And with royal clearance, we should be able to actually go in there. Now, I don't know if there's a quest we have to do to get Major Blessing, or if it's just hidden somewhere. I don't know the specifics. We'll figure that out when we get there, but I want to get Major Blessing. There is something related to the NAS quest for recovering the Holy Charm, actually near Contra. So we're going to head down there afterwards, and hopefully we can kind of wrap these 2 quests up as well. But specifically, Solberg will tell us about how to defeat Garzard. That's a bit of ways though, but it'd be good to, I guess, speak to him now anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and make our way there. I was actually able to evade most of the enemies, at least for the moment. We fought the, I can't even pronounce it, the tiger folks that are immune to magic, and we actually took no damage. There was only one of them, and we got a ring. So speaking of which, we have a few items that I never really went all of. This fully heals you, and you can use it 5 times. So this is really powerful. I mean, obviously it's worth 1,000, so that's really cool. In regards to the other items that we got, a lot of it is still at the castle. I need to actually, at some point, let's see, you can identify things at Almeria, and then you can sell things at Dolmen. So at some point, I'm going to clean everything we have in the storage bins out. But yeah, so I'm going to make a way to Solberg's tower, and I'll see you guys then. Okay, so we've been away back to Silver, and this reminds me there is a dragon lair to, I think, in the honeycomb. I don't think we ever explored that because usually those are either late game areas where you can just defeat the dragon and take the treasure, or it's related to a quest. So we haven't done that yet. I haven't forgotten about it, but there is something there. It could be, there's a friendly dragon near Formello, Anthron, I think. And then I think there's Pyrog as well. Regardless though, we'll do that at some point. And I don't actually remember what this place is. It's kind of intriguing. Did we do this? This actually, I think, is the dragon place. I'm gonna save and then... Yeah, no, that's completely different. Okay, never mind. Woven Cave, that was probably a cool episode. I don't remember when that was, but... Okay, we're gonna strategically... Okay, we already have combat. That's not great. Okay. Let's dock, and I don't think we have a choice. Okay, they're friendly. Nice. Okay. Yeah, we can actually identify things up at Fort Dovno Hill, and we can sell them really quick. I think we're gonna do this. Now we're gonna have to fight Sliths, probably. I don't know if those guys are friendly, but we might even identify here and head straight north, because we can probably sell things at Formello. It's probably a reasonable idea. Shockstorm, okay. Bliss is really good. Bronze Wing. Okay, nothing crazy. Yes, I don't think you can sell things here. I'm pretty sure you can, but okay, let's head out this entrance. In fact, we can even go up out north. We could if there wasn't the wall. Okay. If we just follow this road, we should make our way to Fumelo. And the enemies up here should be easier. We shouldn't have too much combat, I don't think. We actually... Oh no, we need the boat. Okay, I've made a tactical mistake. Right, so we need to buy a boat from Fort Dranlon. So that boat is all the way... well actually no, we just need to go back down. Okay. Okay, I guess we'll start it here. I'm literally just gonna cut all of that out because, yeah, I forgot that, yeah, to actually get to it, you know, you need a boat, but I thought the river system connected to the same one that ran along Fort Dranlon, so I went back to that boat, went all the way up there, and then it's like, no, actually, there's an entire, separate river system that was just for this northeast part. Regardless, it's been a while since we've been here. It'd be kind of nice to take a nice... river cruise through the northern caverns. We can even go this way, which is kind of cool. And again, I'm pretty sure we've cleaned out all the dungeons around here. So yeah, let's just make our way to Tower of Solberg, which again, I assume we can get to. I know it's there's like lava, but one of these is fake. You can literally just walk behind, yeah. Okay, Solberg's Tower. Royal clearance required. So we have royal clearance if we look at all clearance. So yeah, we should be good to go. That being said, we never actually explored this place because yeah, I think they're all pretty strong enemies. Although these are actually just file lizards. So compared to drakes, who can cast magic and do high damage file ranged attacks, yeah, this isn't too bad. Suddenly, there are bright flashes of light ahead of you and behind you. When the smoke clears, you see a gang of leering demonic creatures. They watch you carefully for a few moments, they look disappointed for some reason, then they attack. This was probably the reason why we didn't go any further, because this probably wiped us out the last time that we went here. Yeah, as long as they don't cast a web or anything, we should be fine. Definitely a little tedious with the endless spell casting. Gives plenty of time to take a sip of coffee though. Okay, all things considered, not too bad. It's mainly just imps and the one demon, so we'll just kind of spread out and take them out. We'll do Ravage Enemy. There's actually more demons down here. That's important to know. Should have cast Major Haste instead of attacking. Man, they're coming out of the woodwalk. Stonewalk. You circle around the base of the tower, sticking to the narrow ledge. The tower is made of black, perfectly smooth basalt, topped with a featureless dome. You see no entrance or exits. probably have to defeat the rest of the demons, maybe? I'm not sure. Okay, get rid of the poison.
On who?
And get haste going. So yeah, Major Blessing would be really nice because, you know, it give us everybody high level blessing and high level haste. Well, maybe it's not specifically high level, but rather it just gives both of those in like a single spell, which is really nice. Like I said, I've noticed with the increased intelligence that we've had, and maybe this is actually Micah's wing. Oh, Micah's gauntlets that improve the spells that we cast, because you can see we have typically 12 AP now, which is, you know, pretty good. You know, used to we would only get 8. Mia with the boots of speed gets a whopping 15. I've noticed as well. Maybe well, let's see. We can. They're obviously going to be strong to file, so let's just have some fun and we'll cast this. We probably don't need the old basilisk. That'd be a bit expensive. This actually doesn't have good range. I don't think we actually want to cast this. Yeah, that's not great. Yeah, I don't know. I guess we could have some fun and cast something we don't typically cast. Mind Duel. We do have a smoky crystal, I guess. Summoning. We actually have Major Summoning though, right? We don't have level 7 spells. Okay. Okay. You know what? Just defend it. Doesn't matter. I've noticed that with those boots of speed, even with 5 AP, if you cast a spell, it uses all 5 of the AP, which is kind of weird because if you have 8 AP, clearly you can cast 2 spells. So yeah, for some reason, yeah, it doesn't let you cast an additional spell. So it's unfortunate. Like definitely melee attacks are just 4 AP. Oh, as you walk around the nail ledge, Sun Tower, you feel a brief tingling sensation. When you look around to see where it might have come from, you notice that a door has appeared in the wall next to you.
Cool.
Cool. Snorm is level 29. Nice. Well, I was going to read all of these. Intricate go-to rooms embedded within the stone. They look powerful. We actually need to get rid of this poison.
On who?
Okay, I guess we have to unlock it. And here it is. The audience chamber. Cool looking throne there, and a large calico cat is patrolling the tower in a somewhat dispirited manner. It's a very old cat, indeed. When you get close, it looks up at you. It meows and stretches. It takes about a minute. Then it deigns to look up at you. My name is... It hacks editorially. Cheeseball. Oh man, yeah. It reminds me of there was an old show in the it was the mid 50s called The Honeymooners, and in episode 2 of you know, only had 1 season, but they stopped you know, making it because they were like you know, we made, you know, 26 or whatever really good episodes, and we're not gonna just keep making it if the quality is gonna go down. You know, this was just Jackie Gleason, so you know they actually had some pride for their work though, which is really cool. In episode 2, you know, he finds a bunch of stolen money on this it was counterfeit money on a bus, right? Long story short, you know, he starts spinning it. You know, he gets like this fancy lifestyle, and I remember, comes out in this fancy bathrobe with like a cigar, and he just starts coughing, and you know he's like, hazed by the best, you know, and that was, you know, really funny kind of joke of like, you know, you pay all this money to get this nice cigar, and then it just makes you just hack, you know, and cough uncontrollably. So I don't know if that's what this is, but it kind of reminded me of that. Anyway, let's ask about the job for Cheeseball. I guard the towel. Well, someone has to. There are demons everywhere. Ugh. Demons? It spits. Demons, lava, soot, lousy food, no lizards to eat. If I wasn't a familiar for that stupid wizard, I'd probably just jump in some lava and end it all. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! A suicidal cat. This is not good. Oh man. His name is Solberg. He talks to me all the time, and I do mean all the time. Even when I want to be alone. I'm sick of it. Oh man, this is great. This is great. I wonder why I bother. Look at this place. Pitiful, it hisses. The best years of my life spent here. No catnip. Nobody ever in heat. Pah. It thinks, don't you think you should scratch me? Okay, let's scratch. You scratch the cat, it purrs contentedly. It doesn't thank you, it looks very irritated when you pull your hand away. It's Mal? I don't know about that scratch. Is there like, why Cheeseball? I guess it's Kaliko, but anyway, that's great. That's hilarious. That's interesting. A good author, specifically. Right, because we've seen lots of evil ones, so I guess it makes sense you would have a good one. The bookshelf is crammed with magical treaties, most of them written by Solberg. The bulk of them are beyond you, but one of them is very useful indeed. You now know the spell Major Blessing. That's great. I just realized, unfortunately, So that's huge, and that's great. We only have level 6 mage spells, so we actually can't cast it. You know, we leveled up in the last couple episodes, and I don't think I don't have any more skill points. Yeah, you need quite a bit more XP. We don't have a problem finding enemies, so this isn't an issue. But yeah, we can't actually cast it. But yeah, we now know the spell. This is huge. This is wonderful. It only took us, you know, over 100 episodes to get this, but life is going to be good now. This bookshelf is filled with works of fiction, all of them clearly read and reread. The tower must be a very dull place to live. Yeah, I mean, there's no windows here, right? As far as I can see. And you have basically a corridors, and then you have an audience chamber. So yeah, not too much going on. Okay, we don't want to steal that. Let's check this. Find a pot filled with bubbling gray stew. You help yourselves. It's some of the blandest, most unappealing stuff you've ever tasted. You notice the pot refills itself after you eat. I mean, he's a, you know, Solberg, you know, he's a simple guy. You know, what can you say? You meet an aging, highly unkempt man. You think he's wearing mage's robes, but all the stains and tails make it hard to be sure. Visitors, wonderful. I am Solberg of the Triad. Welcome to my humble home. Well, I am officially a member of the Triad of the Tower Magi. Normally, however, I fight boredom in my exile within exile. Oh, exile within exile. That's great. That's wonderful. Man, this place is great. I forgot. I guess I was supposed to just ask him about Garzard. The Tower of Magi is following the custom for such towers in the Silver Sword, won by three mages. Normally the system works. Several years ago, we had a disaster. Linda was on the triad then. She came up with an insane scheme to capture a demon lord and bind it to a wheel. She imprisoned everyone who questioned the scheme. I came here and built this tower so that I could repel any damage from a safe distance. Fortunately, the beast was slain. And we know the name of that beast. You know, it was Grahath. I guess you can't say anything about that, but obviously that was slain by all party in the previous game. So the legend lives on. I guess we should ask about Linda. A beast. It's a long story, but then after the demon was slain, I still had to remain here. The tower is where I must stay. There is a simple reason. If I leave, I will very likely be assassinated. I don't think I am being paranoid. Hordes of demons orbit this tower day and night, waiting for me to leave the safety of my walls so that they may devour me. Would you like to know who their sender was? Well, I'll tell you. Forgive me if I'm a bit windy. I so seldom get to talk to people, you see. All of the most powerful mages in Exile, me and Erica, and Aime and Patrick, we were colleagues on the Silver Sword. Us and Garzald. There's a lot we could ask about here. Could we ask about Aime? I haven't seen her in years. She's a recluse now, traveling the plains and spirituals, not in body. Okay. Patrick. He's still alive, thank the heavens. Won't be for long, I feel. A more loyal servant our nation couldn't hope for. Erica. Damned foolish woman. She was the one who masterminded Hawthorne's assassination. She brought this mess down on our heads. We weren't ready. So now we need to ask about Garzald, I guess. Yes, Garzald. Poor, foolish, paranoid Garzald. He walked and learned with us, but could never stand the thought that others could have as much power as him. He also was the only one of us who developed political connections, and he used those connections. Oh yes. He envied us our skill. He thought us a challenge to his aspirations. So he spent his time, he and Hawthorne, getting each of us exiled one after another. He did that and spent years developing protective spells for himself. Such a bright mind, wasted in such petty pursuits. Protective spells. Years he spent infusing himself with protective magics down to the marrow of his bones. Fire, cold, poison, hostile magics. I don't think any of them can affect him anymore. Bleeds? Probably not. And that's why he wants to kill me. I'm one of the few who can strike him at his weak point. I am a master mind duelist. No spell known can shield a mage from a mind duel. It's a price we pay for our powers. I could kill him if I got close to him. Any good mind duelist could. It would help, of course, if a power was augmented. There was a magic item. It's called Ring of Will. Very real. It was created to protect from dumbfounding. It has a side effect. Its will is much better in a mind duel. Patrick said he has a Ring of Will. Ask him about it. Interesting. Okay, is that all we can talk to you about? Will, Patrick. I guess petty. Use, that's the same thing. Weak point. Mind duel. We could ask about that. You don't know how. Okay, mind duel. Okay, so to defeat Garzald, let's see. We're gonna save this. We have to use mind duel. That's actually important to know because obviously to cast that you need a Okay, you actually don't need Yeah, you need a Splorky crystal. It sounds like it's possible to kill him with blades. It'd just be really difficult. So I think you need to use this. Now we've already got the wing of wheels, so that's good. So this protects you from dumbfounding, and it makes you better in mind world. See, anything about maybe quick file? No. Okay. Okay, so yeah, I mean this was productive. You know, we got some useful information. We got some stew, which is cool, and major blessing, which is huge. We need to level up to be able to use it, of course, but yeah, this was definitely a win. So I guess we'll end this one here, and I'm gonna between now and next episode make sure we didn't miss anything here. But yeah, next time I think we will. Yeah, we need to head down near Katra to to continue the quest related to finding the holy charm for the town of Nass. After that, I would say we could easily probably head south east, or excuse me, west of Exile and kind of do that area. There's multiple forts in there. There's the Overthrown, lots of useful things that we can do. The Waterfall Warren, we need to do that to get the Blessed Athame. And I'm sure there's things that I'm forgetting. We need Quick File from the Venet Highlands. But yeah, in a way, it seems like there's a lot left, but also we've explored most of the map. At least I would say 70% probably. So anyway, as always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.